Dog Works Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. You can support this podcast on patreon.com/firstpawmedia.
We hear it all the time. The client says something like, Ruby keeps tugging at her leash. I just can't get Casper to stop jumping onto the furniture. If these refrains sound familiar to you, then you are not alone. There is a great quote by a British writer. Too much information can be as disconcerting as too little. Today, we are going to hold that to task and offer you 5 dog training mistakes you are probably making and how to set them right.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska Dog Works Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is Dog Works Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now, here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
Hello and welcome to Dog Works Radio. I'm your host, Michele Forto. I'm also the lead trainer of Alaska Dog Works, where we help you create the best relationship possible for your dog. Today, we are addressing 5 mistakes you are likely making right now in your dog's training and how to fix them. When you look up how to train your dog, there's so much information out there, it can get confusing. You could be following some of the most recommended methods and yet make minor errors unknowingly. We have compiled 5 of the most common mistakes you can avoid for better training results. Dog training mistake number 1, reward for pulling the leash. How often have you been at risk of twisting your shoulders or falling face first on the road due to Juno pulling you off the pavement? Most times when your dog gets excited and starts pulling at the leash, you end up doing so out of sheer force of the pull. Soon it becomes more frequent and you can no longer stop them. What to do? Well, resist their pulling by immediately coming to a stop. Don't try to pull your dog back. Instead, stand at the spot until your dog relaxes. When you feel the dog leash becoming loose, continue walking. Reinforce this pattern until they get the message. Dog training mistake number 2, shouting at your dog for jumping on people. Lexi may be adorable and gentle, but when she jumps on people to express her love, it's uncomfortable for some people and, in fact, even dangerous for small children or older people. Shouting and expressing anger, however, won't help. Why do dogs do it? Other than being excited, the reasons include showing dominance, seeking attention, and simply as a way of greeting. So what to do? Put your dog on a leash when guests arrive. Don't allow your guest to interact with your dog until he or she has calmed down. An alternate method is to turn around and walk away when your dog tries to jump on you. Wait for a few seconds and return. Training is about communicating your thoughts clearly, and this will help your dog understand you better. Dog training mistake number 3. Lengthy training sessions. Ella, the puppy, is home and there's excitement all around. Soon, you are eager to show off the things your cute furry baby can do to everyone. And so, you get down to the training. Here's where the problem could arise with overtraining. Long, intense sessions can wear Ella out and make her immune to your commands. Too much information is bad for dogs too. What to do? Well, the key is to keep it short with plenty of repetitions. Pace out training sessions according to your dog's age to avoid anxiety. Puppies can take time, and there's no point in simultaneously packing in too many behaviors. Reinforce just one or two tasks with patience until they are entirely familiarized. Remember that senior dogs might have health issues resulting in slower responses. Dog training mistake number 4, not incorporating different environments. You feel quite triumphant when Max learns to sit and you feel ready to take him out to different places. To your consternation, Max refuses to sit and behaves most disobediently when you're at your friend's house or in the park. Sounds familiar? So what do? Well, dogs might not be so well behaved outside because you could have forgotten to wire in a particular command for all situations. Most training happens inside the house and probably in a specific room. Dogs tend to disassociate the training at home from others and fail to generalize. Set this right by taking them out to different locations and practicing the same command. Dog training mistake number 5, mixing up commands. It's been a week since Jeeves has learned to come bounding to you when you say come, and you're pretty pleased it's been going like clockwork. But the last couple of times, he hesitated. He wasn't enthusiastic and even turned away. What went wrong? Well, most often it's the feelings associated with the command. You could have mixed the command with activities like a fur trimming session or playing fetch, which some dogs might not like. So what to do? Reinforce the cue with only positive activities and emotions. Your dog enjoys bounding up to you when you call them. Mixing it with something they don't like confuses them, and they stop responding or react differently to avoid the unpleasant situation they expect. For such activities, get your dog rather than issuing the cue. You might be able to pull it off occasionally once your dog is no longer a puppy and has been trained thoroughly, but be mindful not to make it a habit. Dogs are brilliant. They pick up on more things than we probably give them credit for, and making these small but significant adjustments will ensure a happy tail-wagging experience for you and your dog. And here's a pro tip from me. Dogs thrive on clear, concise, consistent communication. Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service, therapy, and canine buddies? We offer a free discovery call. Schedule yours today. So what did you think? Did you learn anything new about your canine buddy? Before we end the show, let's press pause for a second. Maybe ask yourself, why did this resonate with me? What aspect of my relationship with my canine buddy could I apply this to? And what am I going to do differently this week to make my dog's training a little easier? Take some time to mull it over, talk it out with a family member or trusted friend, put some ideas down in your training journal, and then check back next week for our next episode. As always, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this episode, so reach out over on Instagram at AKDogWorks and let's spark a conversation. Until then, keep going. You are doing great. It's time to create the relationship with your dog that you've always dreamed of. Thanks for listening to DogWorks Radio. You can find the show notes for this episode and all others at alaskadogworks.com. And if you know someone in your life who needs help with their dog's training, be a hero and share our podcast with them. And we will see you next time.
From First Paw Media, this is DogWorks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media.
Why trust us? At DogWorks Radio, we're committed to producing high-quality content by a team with expertise and experience in their field in consultation with relevant qualified experts. For this piece on dog training mistakes, Michele Forto tapped her experiences as a longtime dog trainer, podcaster, and dog owner. We rely on reputable primary sources, including government and professional organizations and academic institutions, as well as our writers' personal experiences where appropriate. We verify all facts and data, back them with credible sourcing, and revisit them over time to ensure they remain accurate and up to date. Read more about our team, our contributors, and our editorial policies on our website, alaskadogworks.com.